Hello there, my name is Alexis Marin and I'm a registered drama therapist, a life coach, and a speaker. Today I'm talking to you about love and where does love live? Where does love live? Like if it had a house, if it had an address, where would you go knock to say, hey love, I came to visit you? Well, I have some challenging news for you, but it's wonderful nonetheless. Love lives on the other side of the most challenging moments in our lives, the most painful, the most frustrating, the scariest, the riskiest. Love lives just on the other side of that fence, just outside of our comfort zone, just where we walk up to and say, I don't know if I want to cross over that line. You can see love on the other side, and you can see how juicy and gooey and lovely and amazing it looks. And when I'm talking about love, I don't just mean romantic love for another person. I'm talking about all different types of love. Love for friends, love for family, love for yourself. That really yummy stuff. It's just over there. And we could see it. And so all of that good stuff lives just on the other side of that fence, that boundary that we put around ourselves because we're scared to have the really challenging conversations, or we're worried if we make it known what we want from someone that we may be rejected. Let me give you the clearest example of how this works, how love, the most amazing expression of love, lives on the other side of something painful. Let's talk about childbirth. I have not had the honor of becoming a mother, but from what I understand, the love that parents, especially mothers, feel for their children right after giving birth, the most painful thing that can be done. And then there's this amazing, overwhelming feeling of love that makes all of that discomfort and all of that pain that you just went through okay. It makes it worth it. It makes it go away. You hold that child and your body can be in complete distress, but everything inside of you is going, I am melted. I'm melted to this person for the rest of my life. There's a very classic example of how all the gooey, yummy, yum stuff of love lives right on the other side of that painful experience. Now that is immediate gratification, right? But sometimes the love that I'm talking about inside of relationships lives on the other side of a challenging conversation, and sometimes it's not always instant gratification. So for example, maybe you are dating somebody and you are trying to figure out if it's time to take it to the next level. You want to make sure you are on the same page with your wants and desires for your life. And so you get up all your courage to sit down and talk to this person, knowing that perhaps a shift in the relationship is just on the other side of this conversation. And a shift in the relationship meaning you won't be together anymore. So you have the conversation and this person says, you know what, we just don't want the same things. And you decide to go your separate ways. Even though that will be painful and that is not ideal and that's not the thing you want to do, the love that you will feel for yourself when you create space to invite something into your life that you want, that's going to be a better match for you, is there on the other side of that conversation. You're not going to feel it right away. It's definitely going to be delayed, but you're doing such an amazing thing by being vulnerable and saying what you need and what you want and releasing yourself from a relationship that's not providing that for you, and also releasing that other person from a relationship where it's obviously not serving them either. At the same time, that same conversation can also provide love on the other side of the challenging conversation in the way that exactly that you want it. Maybe you say to this person, you know, I've been thinking about having this conversation with you. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. And maybe that person says, you know what, I've been thinking the same thing, but I've been too scared to have this conversation. And then you talk about the things that you want and you realize you want the same thing. And that only serves to deepen your relationship even further. So again, there's that love, there's that yummy gooey that you've been looking for just on the other side of something that's been challenging and hard. We limit ourselves a lot because we're afraid of what we don't know. but we also limit ourselves so much because we stay in what we do know. And that's not where all the love goo lives. Love goo lives over there. Think about all the fairy tales that you watch. There's always some scary castle or something horrible that the main character has to go through before they get to their happily ever after. You know, we humans, we are not that far off from those fairy tales. There does have to be these challenging moments where we can grow and learn about ourselves so that we can ultimately bring into our lives the love that we want. But I hope you know it always starts first with the love that you have for yourself and the exquisite care that you have to take for yourself so that you find that same love being reflected back to you. All right, so where does love live? Love is your neighbor, but love lives down the street, and you have to get over some fences before you can visit love and just sit down and have a coffee and a chat. Okay? By the way, I am acknowledging our LGBTQIA friends for Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. I am sending love to you all. Thank you so much for listening to my sound advice. You may reach me on my website, which is www.alexismarin.com. Please feel free to leave some comments below, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Go find love. Bye.